Now let's start reading Collix with this poem. I will begin with a read-through before breaking the characters down. I will not be reading the text at all while doing this, as I believe this is very legible and very learnable by anyone, not just myself who made this. As you can see, there's a color and shape chart below, but we will want to reference this as little as possible, as I believe a better way of learning this is by making comparisons between each character, which makes a really cool non-linear learning experience, which I believe is a lot more enjoyable and probably more effective as well. Now here are the first three verses. Orpheus with his lute made trees, and the mountain tops that freeze bow themselves when he did sing. Now, take a look at the first character, Orpheus. As you can see, there's no border for it because there is no consonant at the beginning of the word. So Orpheus, the R is represented by this fill right here, which is a light green. Now let's just go through the characters and look, where else do we see a circle? We see tops, and obviously mountain is right here, mountain tops, which is symbolized by the blue right here, the T. The blue is symbolized here in lute, and trees right there. The tops there, and bow themselves when he did sing. So bow is represented by the dark red, and the W for the light blue. Now, let's move on to the next one. Actually, before we move on to the next one, let's look at other places where there is the character of the light green, which is right here. We're going to mention these little green dots, which is going to be the second consonant or consonant cluster in a word, simply because there is a lack of colors available when you do those consonant clusters. You'll see a lot of ones with R's and L's, probably have like 50 or 60 of them. It would double the color chart if I did code them like that way. So trees right there, and freeze right there. As you can see, this is denoted a little bit differently. This is denoted by a wide diamond, while this one has a colorless diamond. It's because I started using this one, but I'm going to phase it out simply because I think optically this is more optically pleasing. The word freeze right there. So I will probably be phasing that symbol out pretty soon. Anyways, moving on. So Orpheus, let's look at the PHE. So this diamond with this peachy color right here, which is represented right here on this chart. And it's a pretty uncommon cluster, so you won't find any of it here. Except you'll find something similar right here for freeze. And this is by design, because F and PH, they both make the same sound, and I tried to make them as similar as possible while making a little bit of a contrast so you could instantly recognize its difference. So that's how I'm trying to make it easier and more intuitive to read it. And this is obviously the eval, the diamond. You can see it in lute, the TE in lute, and in the. So this will be important, this gray color, because it symbolizes TH. That right here, themselves right here. So it's a pretty easy one to memorize, this just the gray diamond for the. And for that matter, this one is and. So this is the color for and. It's a turquoisey color. Don't know exactly what it is, but it is and. So you could reference basically these two words, these two characters, and you can get like a lot more words out of it. You can kind of extract from these two. So lute right here, you obviously know this is an E because this is the. This is obviously represents the TH symbol. It represents the TH letters, and the fill is obviously the blue for T. And just for now, kind of going a little bit long-winded here, so I will put a stop. I would like you to sort of take a look at it and try to figure it out for yourselves. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. And yes, thank you. I'll go on to the next video soon.